My 2024 personal goals that I've set myself, there's no favourites, they are all something I'm trying to achieve over this year. And the first one that I have got on my list that you will probably laugh about, but I am deadly serious about this goal this year, and that is to Good morning guys, welcome back. I've had a nice little lie-in this morning, first week back at work, so I needed the extra rest after the early mornings in the gym. I have got my cappuccino ready as my pre-workout for this morning's gym session. And then a little bit later in this video, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to, as it's the new year, it's 2024, I want to talk to you guys about my personal 2024 goals for this year. Document it, so then later in the year or the end of the year I can look back and see whether I have completed those goals I've set myself. That should be an interesting discussion a little bit later in this video. Hopefully you guys will find it a little bit motivating. Obviously if it's not your thing you can just skip it, but I want to put it out there more so for me in the future. Looking back, I want to do it every year. I've actually got them written in my notes. I look at them twice a day minimum just to keep them in my brain fresh. That is going to be the main focus for today's video. The rest is going to be completely random. Let's go train some legs. I've finally got a fresh morning. No rain. It has not stopped raining for the past 2 to 3 weeks since Christmas. Chilly though. Leg day. Do I have a seagull on the roof? Maybe not. Anyway, leg day is on the menu today. So I won't bore you too much with the gym footage today. I'll probably put up like a 20-30 second clip of today's session, movements I did. Trying to sort my shirt out. Better? Cool. I have showered, freshened up. It is time for some breakfast before we go into my goals. Not football goals. I've been keeping my breakfasts super simple. All I've been having, I'm actually really enjoying it, is some smoothies. Variety of frozen fruit. Today I'm going to go for mango and then some mixed summer fruits, banana and berries. I'm going to put 2 scoops of Impact Whey protein, 40 grams of protein. Make sure the consistency of the smoothie is good every time. I always put my fruit into this old, what is it, Harry Potter butterbeer thing from when we went to the Harry Potter experience. Smoothie made. There is a lot of it, so usually I will pour this into a pint glass and see how much there is not before work. I make them in the evening and then I can have them post gym session in the morning. Drink this one up, come back, top it up, and that is going to be my breakfast smoothie. Normally it's a summer thing, but I start early. That's so good. I wanted to find somewhere a little bit quiet so I could talk to you guys about my 2024 goals that I've set myself this year. I know a lot of you probably don't care, but you might find it interesting, you might find it motivating.
No idea how high I can fly.
You might want to go off and do your own goals. I have actually had to move the car like 2 or 3 times because the sun keeps beaming in through the window and distorting the lens and like shining on my face funny. So I finally found the right place to be able to record this, and obviously I am in town. I have come in for a reason. I haven't come in to just talk to you guys. I've got all of my camera stuff ready to go in and see if I can do some deals. Don't think it's gonna happen. I don't want to waffle on for too long, so I'm gonna try and keep this as brief as I can, but also I want to be able to explain a few things. This list that I've got on my notes on my phone is in no particular order. I've just kind of wrote it down as I thought about it. I have got 7 goals that I have set myself this year. So there's no favorites. They are all something I'm trying to achieve over this year. Some of them materialistic, some of them financial, personal. Let's get stuck into this. And the first one that I have got on my list that you will probably laugh about, but I am deadly serious about this goal this year, and that is to hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is something I'm going to be putting my mind to outside of work. It's going to be like my hobby this year, to really like strive and hit that 10,000 subscribers. I know if I just can stay consistent on YouTube, upload weekly, if I do take a break for any reason, then I need to make sure I've got videos ready to upload. This is a little side hustle project that I want to really home in on this year. Obviously with YouTube you can eventually start monetizing it and getting another source of revenue. I make pennies off of AdSense, so the whole time I've done YouTube I've barely made any money. It's only the last year I think that I actually started getting paid, because you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of view times on YouTube. So obviously that's going to be another source of income for me, which will help me with the other goals that I've set myself. I'm just going to quickly get the aircon on because the sun is actually quite hot on my face. 10k subscribers on YouTube. I know for a fact I can do it. I just need to set my mind for like a long period of time and just hammer them away. Thank you so much to everyone that's obviously stuck around and that is still subscribing. It is really cool, and like it's very motivating when I wake up and people have been commenting, sharing, like loads of people have been sharing these videos and obviously liking, subscribing. It's cool. Thank you. The next goal, which isn't necessarily where I want it in the list, if anything it'll be towards the bottom, but it's like I said, it came to my mind first because I've been raving about it for ages, and that is to buy myself my dream car. When I say my dream car, it's probably not my dream car because that needs a lot of money, but just something that I can work towards. If obviously all the other goals are hit, then I will look to purchase a sports car of some sort. In the last video I test drove a nice car. It was fun, but my mind is kind of elsewhere, which you'll see, which I'll talk to you about in a second. So that will come this year. Just need to work my ass off and make it happen. Third goal, get healthier mentally and physically. Last year was mental in terms of work. Like I was so busy trying to do YouTube at the same time. It just didn't work at the time, just because we had loads of stuff coming at once, pricing up jobs. YouTube had to take a back seat. A lot of things had to take a back seat. Seeing friends, doing stuff with Hannah. It was a crazy year. I ended up probably overdoing it in terms of training and just trying to cram everything in. I guess karma kind of bit me on the ass last year with obviously having a few health implications with my heart. I had atrial fibrillation. It's really hard for me to say that word.
It's really beyond words. It's really incalculable.
I had it twice. This could have been a load of factors, but I didn't help myself. If you go back and watch that video I made on the whole unfolding of it, yeah, it wasn't a good time. I pushed my body too far, training, like I was running, I was ill at the time, just everything. I just need to be smarter. That's why I've put mentally and physically I'm training a little bit less. I'm still really enjoying it because I'm training less in the gym. I'm training 4 days a week, 1 day running. I tell you what, this car is heating up real quick. So the layers are coming off, the gilet's off for now. The next goal for 2024 is to drink less alcohol. I am not an alcoholic. However, there have been occasions where I do not need to drink as much alcohol as I did if I'm like out with friends, family parties and stuff. I get a little bit carried away.
Well, Hector, here's the game plan. You're gonna bring us 2 absolute martinis. You know how I like them, straight up. And then precisely 7½ minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that.
Especially when you're in a big group of people. And I've been really good at it recently. Like over Christmas, I've really cut back on the amount I'm drinking. I'm very conscious of what I'm putting into my body, obviously after the whole heart implication. Having more like shandies and stuff, staying away from shots, they are the devil. Really trying to pull back on drinking, that way I can focus more on YouTube. For example, if I drank on a Friday, we went out for some drinks in town, whatever, the next day and Sunday are pretty, not written off, but I'm just so lethargic. I don't want to do anything. Trying to record is not good at all, and I only get like 1 or 2 days a week to be able to record on the weekend, so that's a priority. YouTube, you guys. So goal number 5, surprise Hannah more and date nights. As I mentioned, last year was crazy. We did have a few nice holidays, but because work and trying to record kind of took over my life a little bit, I really want to focus on my relationship with Hannah. Obviously going out for more date nights, having date nights at home. We do have movie nights once a week where we just have kind of like a binge food session and watch a film, but Hannah's revising for her last exam at the moment, so that's off the cards. As my money increases with the business, with external monetary income, treating her to like little getaways, maybe holidays, depending on how my finances are, and I would love to surprise her with a few materialistic things that I know she likes. Go on more date nights at least once a month, whether that's, like I said, eating at home or going out for a meal. We are on to the 6th. Hopefully I'm not boring you too much and you're sticking around. Building my investment portfolio. Next to it in brackets, I've actually got 20% because I have a strategy for investing. Depending on my earnings, I put a percentage into stocks and shares, funds. I want to start investing in a little bit of crypto, a little bit more high risk, but also investments like YouTube, buying a new camera, doing videos that will obviously gain more subscribers and stuff like that. Investing similar with YouTube, compound interest. The more people view your videos, the more subscribers, the more likes, the more money comes in. I have got financial goals, but I'm not gonna share those with you just yet. 20% of my income is my goal for this year, if not more. This is gonna be a year where I make financial growth rather than just personal growth. And then the last one, this is the big one for me. This is the one that hopefully will apply to you as well, especially if you've got goals you need to achieve, and that is avoid distractions. I've put that in capitals because I'm very good at being too busy, avoiding things I need to do, and I've been so good at it for the past 3 weeks in terms of not avoiding distractions. No, avoiding distractions, yeah. Sorry, I got a bit tied up in my brain there. For example, gaming, PlayStation, social media, which I'm completely cutting back on because I do not need to scroll through Instagram, TikTok for hours a day, so I've really cut back on that. Whenever I'm watching YouTube, it's for motivational purposes, it's for learning, and that is how I've been using it. And unnecessary social events, which leads back to the drinking. If I don't need to drink at those events, I can drive, I can get back earlier, and try not to get carried away. From gaming, there's so many people that are probably watching this that spend hours a week gaming. I'm actually considering selling my PlayStation. I know last week I actually bought some speakers for my PlayStation so I can here like Netflix. I basically only watch Netflix on it, which is really stupid. I should just get a telly. One thing I do want in the future is a F1 simulator, just for a little bit of fun on the side, but we do not have space for it in my house at the moment, so I kind of don't need the PlayStation. Hannah was saying yesterday, she's like, don't sell it because you want to get the simulator, but we're not going to be moving for another year, potentially 2, so it just doesn't make sense for me to have it at the moment. If things go to plan with the channel, with my finances, then I'll have no problem buying another PlayStation in a year or 2. That's the way I'm looking at it. For the moment, it is a big distraction, even though I don't play it as much. During COVID, that was the time when everyone was online, speaking to your friends, which I get. Hopefully that was not too long and annoying, and I just wanted to share that more so for myself, for future me. But yeah, you might have taken a few things away from that. Set yourself some goals, taken a few of my goals that I've got and use them. I didn't want to set myself too many. I feel like these, again, all tie into one another. Specs on. Let's head into town. I will obviously let you know if we have any luck with the camera. Let's go. We are still rolling with the iPhone, so I have no idea which lens to look at. Got my cappuccino. And the new and improved camera. I've gone for a Sony this time. The camera I had before, the past vlogging camera, was a Canon, and I had the Sony before that. So this is the Sony ZV-E10. The guy in the shop said this was the best out of the bunch for, firstly, the price, and secondly, the video quality. It's not the best for taking photos, which is not why I'm using the camera for anyway. But he said for 4K on this camera, very good. And I also ended up picking up a wider lens, which I did with the previous camera, because I needed, obviously, vlogging, it to be wider, get more stuff in the shot, especially in our small little house. He actually ended up doing me a little deal. He gave me the lens for, I think it was 60 quid cheaper. It was second hand anyway, but he gave it to me even cheaper. I think brand new this lens was like 800 quid, and he gave it to me so much cheaper, as well as obviously part Xing my other camera. And he took the lens that is already on this camera off and then put that against the price, if that makes sense. So I got myself a good little deal. These are both second hand from, I don't even know what the shop's called, but it's where I always go for my camera bits. Oh, do you want that, Pax? I need to have a little play around with this, as it's been a while since I've had a Sony.
Look at that teddy bear, please.
But it is way more compact. My Canon was so big and clumpy, especially like when we're vlogging, when we go away or go abroad. It's nicer to have something a little bit smaller and not so obvious. And also a big thing was that I have the viewfinder come sideways. I think the new Sonys go like this, but the in-between ended up folding up, and that goes in front of the microphone. I still need to buy a mic, but he did say the microphone on this camera is still pretty good. So we will test that out for the time being until I get the new mic. I'm gonna work out how this works. Next clip, you will see me, 4K, wider lens. And it's hot in here, and I'm having coffee. I always do that. I drink coffee way too quick, which makes me really hot. And our house is really hot, and Hannah's got the oven on. Right, dinner. We have got homemade pizzas for tea. When I say homemade, we did not buy, or we did not make the base, we bought this. I've got chicken, what is it called again? Ham?
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto with a P, not B.
Prosciutto, ham. Mozzarella, we've got some chili flakes, burrata, cheese on top, Hannah's favourite. This is one of our favourites. A bit of a naughty dinner, but it is Saturday night and I've been very active. I've done a ton of steps today. So that is the end result. Have a quick bite. I need to spread my burrata. This is so good. Wow. Umra. Time to enjoy it.